Hi guys, Stradinate here with another video of the Sunday Swing Ideas list. This time with a bearish episode again, because you all know how last week went, the end of the week. So I found no good bullish setups, turned into bear again. This worked out pretty well 2 weeks ago. And since we are in an earnings season currently, starting next week with the big ones, and also a very volatile market, I don't go out with my options too far and play them 2 weekly setups and some for the mid of February. But I don't expect that I will hold them so long, and if we still go only downwards for now. So we will see, but these are at least my outlook for the next week. Starting with SPY, sea of red, 2 down on the week, outside month now, the 4th outside month in 5. This is very rare, I would say. And my only hope for the bull in me is that we reverse on the bottom of this plotting formation here. So we will see how this works out, but I'm bearish for now, so that we expand to the downside here. And I also show you the larger time frame from this SPY in trading view here for the month, the quarter and the year. And you see that we reached the outside month, the same as in TrendSpider I showed you before. And we are near the outside quarter because we are 2 up and deep red now on the quarter. And 426.36 is the target of the outside quarter here, which we might target as next on the larger time frames. So on the year we have still nothing to worry about, but on the quarter this could be our next target here. On the Qs the same, but as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, we have earnings season for the big ones starting next week. So we will see how the earnings reports are playing out and what the companies report. If there's no change at all or no surprising reports out there, my next targets would be here at 328.28, which is the, as you see here on the large time frame as well, is the 2 down reversal on the quarter, and the next target would be 316 then on the quarter. That is far away. I don't expect that this will happen soon if it happens, or if we don't reverse here, but 316 is the next level on the quarter target. And as well as the SPY, we have here a small plotting formation bottom that we might touch, because I expect the 350.32 to hit here. This is the low of October 2021, and we may reverse to the upside here for this smaller micro tribe plotting formation from the weekly that I have here. So we will see how this plays out. So, and as always, I have all these things written on my blog on stradinator.com. You can reread all these triggers, my thoughts about why I try to trade something in one direction and where my entry and exit triggers are, and which contracts I like to trade are all written on my blog. Or you can follow me on Twitter at Stradinator. And if you like my content here on YouTube, please subscribe and hit the like button. I really appreciate it. So to my ideas this week. EA, I was really surprised that EA still grows green on the Friday and we are still 2 up on the month, which was really surprising to me because it's a tech company and tech went deep red last week. But I expect that we will see a drop here down below, a 2 up, 2 down reversal with the targets of 133.45. Keep in mind that EA has earnings on February 1st. So the idea here is to play a weekly setup. So this is really a short-term setup, a bit more risky than I normally do for my Sunday swing list. And the 128.130 put contract is the contract I will jump in if we break 133.45. So we have still some room left. If this not breaks, I will not enter this trade and therefore have no risk to lose money. But if this level is touched on one of the days next week, hopefully on Monday or Tuesday, I will jump in if I find a nice reversal setup and try to trade it down to 130 for the put price. So a small area to make profit, but it is a good looking reversal here. We have still full time frame continuity on the month, week and day, but as you see, this is more as of a doji candle. So if we break down this deep red and also the month will turn red on 131.93 to full time frame continuity down at around this level here. So that is why I target the 130 contracts. ABNB, my next one, we have full time frame continuity to the downside, still an inside month, so there's still some room left here. We have a 2 down 1 and maybe a break of the weekly down below 152.41, which is my entry trigger for a weekly setup, and I try to target the February 18th expiration. Earnings is still way out on February 24th, so we don't play the earnings here if I trade this, and if it triggers 152.41 I will buy 135 135 put contract, which sounds far out of the money, but we have some time left. We have here our break of the monthly as well, which is just below the weekly trigger, and this 149.44 level would trigger as next target the 141.50. And why I chose the 135 put contract is because if you look on ABNB on the larger time frames, here's the month from, as you've seen in TrendSpider, and here is the quarterly level. So we are still inside quarter, but if we trigger this quarterly down, we might see some magnitude down here to the 130.31 level, which is the previous quarter's target. And I try to play the 135 put contracts here. And as you see on TradyTix, the flow for the 5-day chart, so for short swings, looks also very bearish. Dropped down here, converged here, dropped down here now, will drop further. Is my expectation down here too. So this is why I try to play it very bearish and jump into this 135 put contracts. Johnson & Johnson, we have to pay attention because they have earnings on January 25th pre-market. So I will not trade this setup before the earnings. Even if it triggers my 164.47 trigger here, this is the week down continuation, I will not trade this. I will wait for the earnings, what happens after the earnings, and we'll have a look on Wednesday how the stock reacted to the earnings report and if it stays bearish or if it reverses here because of a surprising earnings report to the positive side. So I will wait for this. But if we stay flat here on earnings because it was priced in already, I expect that we drop down here. We had an outside day on Friday and still in a 2 up. So this got my attention here. As 2 up failed and we now below the 50% rule at 164.88. So if we stay below this trigger, I try to find a nice reversal after earnings, repeat after earnings, not before, to jump in and target the February 18th expiration with a 155 put. So this is near the magnitude of the outside month if we get below this 50% rule down here. My last pick for this week, Kroger. I found this setup not because of a strut scanner at first, but I found it because I show you first the TradyTix big flow analysis here. There was a large amount of puts bought end of Friday for this week or the February 4th expiration below the money. There is also a 46 put bought with a large amount. Here's the 48 put bought, which is very unusual for Kroger, at least at these levels here. As you see, these are nearly 60,000 of premiums they bought here, and also the 46 put was around this number. And as I looked on Kroger strat-wise, we may see here a nice weekly reversal down, 2 up, 1, 2 down, below 46.17 with a target of 44.52. And therefore I chose the 46 puts or the 48 puts. Both have lots of volume because of the put sweepers that came in last week. And earnings is far way out, so we have nothing to worry about here. And therefore a 2-week expiration I chose for the February 4th play. So not a long swing at all, but as noted on the beginning of this video, I try to play shorter swings here because the market volatility is so high, and puts for longer swings I don't like to play that far out expiration. So I try to stick to 2 to 3 weeks expiration, and we will see how this plays out. So these were my 4 ideas for this week. I hope you found something useful, you learned something. Let me know if you find this content helpful. I wish you a hopefully green week for your portfolio. Maybe we see some more bearish as I mentioned before, but if you play puts, it might turn green on your account balance. So have a nice week and take care.